Hey guys, what's up? DrawgZ here, and today I have a review video for you. It's going to be a headphone review video. But before we review the headphones, I want to make a note. This headphone review is based on a 6-category review. The categories are build quality, comfortability, sound quality, isolation, price, and the cable quality. Each of those categories is going to be based off a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best ever and like awesome, and 1 being like this is total crap. Alright, now let's get right down to it. The headphones are the Pioneer HDJ-700s. These are a newer headphone, the newest ones on the Pioneer line, and in my opinion, they're actually really good headphones. I'm telling you straight out. These are marketed as the entry-level professional headphone. So yeah. So first, I want to start with how it looks. This isn't in that category, but I know some of you want to see how it looks on all parts of it. So on the top headband, you have the Pioneer DJ logo. Then on one side, you have the Pioneer DJ logo and a red stripe. And on the other side, you have a little knob right here that allows the headphone to one side of the headphone to swivel back and forth. Then you have a little pad right there on the top to comfort the top of your head, and you have your ear pads. Alright, first category, build quality. I'm just going to say it straight out, 10 out of 10. Pioneer, like all other products, it's remarkable build quality. I can bend them. They're solid. They're not going to break on you. You can toss them around like I just did. Hold on. But they're great. Unbelievable. The outside is plastic, but it's a good plastic. And on the inside, it's not hollow. There's a metal headband, but the plastic's only there to make it so the headband doesn't get damaged. That makes sense. Also, the swiveling part, these usually break, and they're usually made out of plastic, but this one is made out of metal and is very good build quality. You can see with this little decorative piece, which is basically the nut for the other side. Inside, it's a very high quality pleather. I'm just going to call it a pleather because that's basically what it is. The ear cups move around like all headphones. But yeah, build quality 10 out of 10. It's unbelievable. I mean, how many headphones can you do that with? Alright, moving on. Comfortability. I'm not sure if that's a word, but I don't care because it's the best word to describe it, and you guys know what I'm saying. They're very comfortable, except there's one small problem. These pieces right here, they don't quite entirely fit around your entire ear. So it can get caught, and it's a little uncomfortable, but it's fine, especially if you're DJing and you're going to be queuing up stuff and beat matching. It's fine. But if you're in the studio using these for 6 hours a day, you might want to think about that. For me, the longest I've ever been able to go with these, kind of hurting before having to move them or take them off for a while, is probably 45 minutes to an hour. But just keep that in mind if you want to use these as studio headphones. Alright, but it earns itself a solid 7 though. Other reasons why I didn't give it higher, it's tight, which is good because it'll help with isolation. But once again, after a while, it starts to get a little annoying. But other than that, extremely comfortable. But those are minor things, and if you're going to be using them for queuing and beat matching, you only have them on your head for like a minute at a time, they're fine. You know, if it was just for that, they'd probably be a 9. But because I'm also taking in studio use as a part of this review, it's going to be a 7. Alright, next part, sound quality. 10 out of 10, Pioneer, sound amazing. I mean, there's no other way to put it. If you know what other Pioneer headphones or other Pioneer monitors sound like on par. Only slight gripe is that I wish they had a little bit more bass in them, which would be good for beat matching. They are bass heavy, but just a teeny bit more would be perfect. Alright, moving on. Sound isolation. These isolate better than a lot of headphones, I'll tell you that right out of the gate. Once again, I wish it was able to isolate a little bit more. So it's going to earn a 7 for isolation because it does let sound through. It's good with the mid and low frequencies, but when you get to the high frequencies, it lets a lot of those through. So that's why it's going to get a 7 on that part. Price, which is the next category. These are probably the best marketed headphones in terms of price I've ever seen for DJ headphones. They are, I believe, around $130. And for that money, it's insane. I mean, all the other top-of-the-line headphones are up in the 300s, 200s. But I think the exact price is $127. But for $127, it's insanely good. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it competes, if not better, than a lot of the $200, $300 headphones. Enough said about that. Cables. Alright, I'm going to put these down for a second. Cables isn't one that a lot of people review, but I like to review cables just so you see what you get in terms of that and the quality on the ends of it. So it comes with 2 cables and also an adapter from 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch. You can see right there, it comes off. Comes with 2. You get your standard straight cable. And then, I like this feature a lot, you get a partially coiled cable. There's a lot of cable headphones that come with cables that are all the way coiled or just partially, or not coiled at all. But the great thing about a partially coiled cable is that if you have to, I mean, how should I phrase it? It's less heavy. So when you're jumping around, the headphones don't shake as much. And I use the partially coiled cable to DJ with because I can get that extra reach. But when I don't need the extra reach, it coils back up. So it's less of a hazard, doesn't catch on stuff, that sort of thing. Moving on to the connectors. So this is the let's start with this one. This is the end. Oops. That goes into the iPod, phone, whatever. And normally, this is where most headphones fail, right here. That's because it gets moved around a lot right here. But these headphones are astounding in terms of this cable connector because they are very solid, very beefy, and this isn't going to fray out on you, causing you to have to buy new headphones. Alright, moving on to the other end. This is why this headphone, in terms of cables and connection, gets a 10 out of 10. This is brilliant. So let me get the headphone. Alright, so most headphones, they're either attached, which is bad because if it frays, you have to buy a whole new headphone, or fix it yourself, which is a pain. Or it's just an 1/8 inch connection to the headphone. But that can come out easily. I love this headphone because I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. There's those little prongs on the side. And what happens is, when you have the headphone, if you look in the headphone where the headphone jack is, there's a little hole, 2 little prong holes. What happens is the prongs go in those holes and you rotate it clockwise, and it locks in so you can't pull it out. Which is great, because if you do snag on something accidentally and it's not the biggest snag, it won't be pulled out. And that's especially important if you're in the middle of a really important beat match, that's a harder one, or you have to drop it on the one, which is probably even more difficult. But yeah, so in terms of cables, 10 out of 10. Alright, so finally, my final impressions. Unbelievable headphone. Recommend them to anyone, whether you're just listening just to listen, or you're a professional DJ, Tiesto level, whatever. Amazing headphone. I definitely buy them again. They come in 4 colors: white, black. Worry about the colors. So they come in red, black, and gold, but those colors only mean that like these accent pieces are red, gold, and black. They do come in a white version. The white version is white. Everything's white on it. The band, cups, everything. So that's the word about that. So don't just be like, oh, I'll get gold ones, and they'll look like they'll match up with my Gold Series PLX 1000 turntable from Pioneer and the Gold Edition, DJM-S9. Little tangent there, but yeah. But final thoughts: unbelievable headphone. Buy them again. Recommend them to anyone even if they're not a DJ. So yeah, great headphone. Nothing else to say. Pioneer has done it again.